we're just listening to the song a little bit. That'll about do it. What's going on, man, mom? We're building a song. Well, the song is pretty much built, but I have to record the main guitar part, and I have to do the singing part as well. And that is what we shall do today. I hope. I hope. That's like pure Gandalf. You guys ever notice that there's like a kind of way that Gandalf is supposed to speak, where he's supposed to say something, and then under his breath to nobody will just kind of mutter what it actually means, or how he actually thinks, or what he's actually believing. We will be safe until then. I hope. It's a fun little way of being very wise, but also not giving away the fact that your team's actually kind of screwed. So this is a song. This is part 2 of a live stream series. I was not in the best of sorts. And also, I don't know, OBS is weird. Sometimes I can't stream on OBS. Or sometimes it won't even open, and it's just, it says, hey, there's an error of some kind. Would you like to start in safe mode? But then if you turn your computer off and on again, it works, but then maybe not. I don't know. So I didn't stream the writing session. Also, when you're writing, like when you're trying to kind of channel the creative fucking magic, it just doesn't occur to you to be like, I should turn on the live stream. So I was writing the song. The song got written at like 2 a.m. I came up with this line, just basically just C and F. I'm really into that lately. Just making songs with 2 chords, C and F. Realistically, it's like mostly just C. So you have that, and it's just, so I was just kind of thumbing along. I got this acoustic. I was doing a project, a private kind of thing where I was trying to play a song, and that song had to be like a finger picking part, and so I used this guitar because I thought it sounded good. And now it's like the only guitar that I can play, and I've only played my other acoustic and electric a little bit over the last 9 weeks or so. There's a little hint. If you can guess what that song is, I'll give you $1. So yeah, I came up with this chord progression. Up. So that's where the song began, and then kind of like and then I got this kind of thing where I was like, I don't know. I think I maybe said it to somebody when I was sad that I was gonna come and I said I'll be along, meaning I'll be along shortly. I don't really know when exactly, but I'll be along. So just you carry on doing your thing. I'll be there eventually. And it's super depressing. I think I might actually be the personification of the negative emotions in the world. 'Cause that's I was like writing sad poetry on my balcony at 3 in the morning instead of just going to bed. That's kind of nice. So then, a long time ago, when I was in high school, I was in a philosophy class, and the thing was we had to make the assignment was that we had to make a piece of art, and the piece of art had to kind of reflect and express a philosophical notion or a school of thought or that kind of thing. Um, and so I wrote this song, and it was like pretty bad, but it had pieces within it. And so I just kind of was like, there's that idea, right? Of there is some sort of ball of glowing truth and wonder and beauty. And if you're looking at it from outside, it's just a shining little ball. But if if you can like get inside, then you can see all of that wonder and beautiful and glory and the magic, you know. Uh, and so it's about like kind of being outside, and it's about just kind of I don't know, man, like doing the work, but you don't. Okay, there is no work. Anyway, it's hard for me to express philosophy without being a big old uh, uh, Debbie Downer, Daryl Downer, Darren Downer, Derek Downer. No. Uh, ah! Sorry, I dropped my guitar pick. Yesterday, and so I wrote this song called "The Glow," and it kind of was just like a really I forget how it was like. Uh, nope. Uh, nope. Yeah, I even wrote it with the stupid major chord in there instead of going up to the minor sixth or whatever it is. It should go up to the like a minor here, and then back to the major. So what would that be? Like a G, D. But I literally just played it by being like, and that kind of worked well enough. I couldn't play guitar at the time, so I was quite chuffed with myself because when I find out later that that's actually mostly real chords, brilliant. Uh, but the opening line was, "I walked in a dream and I felt the ambiance of the glow." And so the glow alludes to like a philosophical school of thought, but then I was like, there's a concept there that could kind of be a song. And so I walked in the dream. And what did I actually feel? I felt things that were in the dream, not some stupid glowing ball of light. Uh, you can feel sunlight on your skin in a dream. That's a cool concept. You can like things don't have to be real in your dreams either. Anyway, sunset on the ocean and so on, the subtle sun and the water glow. Uh, Something like that, right? Hold on, let's get this kind of set up a little better here. There we go. You should be able to hear that a little louder now. I should probably make sure that I'm actually live streaming. That might be an idea. Oh, there we go. We're actually live streaming. How about that? Brilliant! Are any of you interested in like seeing a live stream of me? Then please stay tuned, because that is currently what you are watching. So we got this song. Let me pull up the sort of logic of it here. So I got rid of like the first kind of two parts of it. Oh, is this wrong? Hold on a second. Is it frozen? What's going on with that? The audio appears to be working. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we're live on Logic. So we had that. And then, I mean, the once you're there, I mean, you're basically doing like a C, not really a G, but like a C minus, and then an F, with like a flat third or something. I don't know. But mostly just playing with that, and like the bass line is basically just being like C, F, C. But the thing is, C is the fifth note in the F scale. Like if we're looking at both of these being major, because I mean, like F is the perfect four of C, and C is the perfect fifth of F. Those chords work really well together. So we're just playing around with that like third. So we're kind of playing like C with a third, C with a second, C with a fourth, and C with a third again. And so C with a fourth is kind of like an F, and C with a third is obviously a C major. And it just makes so much sense sonically to go down to the G major. So it's like with C and F to G and F, you got this lovely like. Those are all fun. Super basic. Super basic. And then looking at like the, you know, the what would it be? What should I call it? The melody, the vocal melody. It's just like kind of, you know, what is it? B, A, G. Right? Super simple stuff. very simple. There's not a whole lot going on here. But for a very simple acoustic song with some very simple singing, some sort of droning, low frequency, hum kind of notes, I love it. I love the song, so I recorded it. I should be recording a bunch of other stuff right now. I should be working on a bunch of other stuff right now, but we're just going to get this song out of the way, and then hopefully I won't be too lazy to do the rest all the things that I'm supposed to do. So that's what we're working on today. And then the chorus, just G and F. Back to the C. And then do it all again. Then we're going to do a bridge part with A minor and F. And it's just going to go like that. I only really added in that little guitar line at the beginning because I was like, this song does nothing. Which I'm pretty sure is all just basically in the key of C major. Up. Wow, it's even that simple. Okay. Something like that. So we're going to turn on our handy dandy metronome. We're going to loop record. I'm going to do a couple of different takes. We're going to stretch that all the way to the beginning. I'm going to fart really quickly, and then we're going to do the guitar part. So I'm just going to rearrange this microphone so that it's pointing at the right spot. Come on, baby. That's right. You go underneath the desk, you dirty girl. Okay, so that's kind of going to go like that. Please don't fucking be all weird with me in the near future. So we're going to sit there kind of like this. You want to make one mic point at the 12th fret and one mic point. I usually do it in this kind of area or like a little bit towards the hole. I'm just picking using my thumb, or strumming using my thumb. So let's go this guy on, this guy on, this guy here, and this guy on 2. No. The 58 will be input 2. And the 7B will be input 1. Just a quick test. And can probably actually, the thing is like, this room is so loud. Oh, I gotta close that door. I got an AC unit running in the other room. One second. Fuck. Oh. Is my coffee in here? you're in here. Yeah, because fucking some of us have dogs that just stay still voluntarily. And if your dog wants to move, you should let your dog move. That shouldn't have to be said, should it? Can you hear me? Can you dig it? Yeah, okay. Do we want this to be like... Because, like, I can fucking... I mean, it's doubled for me. It's doubled for you, too, at the moment. But I can hear the... I can hear the of just existing in a place that is not 100% perfectly quiet. It's kind of a drag, if you ask me. So I initially had this song kind of done, but I had it done on one take, where I had this SM58 pointed at my guitar, and I had this SM7B pointed at my noggin, and I would like to record both of those parts better. I was happy enough with the performance. It fucking pained me a little bit, because some of the line deliveries on the singing were actually quite spot on in terms of what I want it to sound like. See, like, that needs to be louder to get, like, the signal where it needs to be going. That one doesn't, though. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. We're going to give it a couple of run-throughs and see if we can get it right on time. And go. Okay. I actually kind of want to do the lyrics. We're just gonna keep take two. There is a mistake in take two. You won't notice it. You didn't notice it on the first run through, did you? Oh fuck. I gotta do them both. And that's why we do groups. Before I forget, I just want to grab these guys, put them into group 3, which is a new group. Group's active. Nylon. And then we want editing and alternatives to be present. If you know where the mistake is and you guess correctly, I will give you $1. You have until I correct the mistake myself to identify that. We'll take these off. This guy's going to be on through here. Put this guy down for a second. This is probably mixed just fine as it is. Like, it sounded fine coming through the thing. But I'm just going to take those guys down a notch. And... yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you come back up. God damn it. God damn it, Skeeter, shut the hell up. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. If you are with me, please say poo. Poo poo. And we will just... should I have the lyrics written down in front of me? I'm pretty sure I can just remember them. And here we go. In the dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. It's not really loud. Derms and Kerfer. Let's try that again, shall we? Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. And I'll say that I'm not afraid, and I'll say that I'm not a storm, and I'll say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move, or waiting for a way to a will. Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. And I'll say that I'm not too late. And I'll say that I'm not alone. And I'll say that I know the way. And I'll be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? Okay, so that'll do as a serviceable. I just wanted him to be there because I would like to have the vocals be a reference. I think we got to do something about this though, because I hate it now. These notes are wrong. I just like that first. It's not coming in right at all. Let me fucking move this. I have 1 bazillion things on my desk that I don't need to be here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't move the whole thing. Just, what is that? So like an E? It's an E. Should I do that? That's interesting. And then make them like super low. And then take this guy and just, oh, and then just take these down a notch. Okay. That should do it. And then this one is now, guys, what the fuck? I like that. I think that's. And for the sake of this guy, I just want to like. I think there's a pass filter on one of these. Hold on. Yeah. So we want a high pass on this guy too. And then just give it like a little bit more brightness there. And then I'm just going to do the same thing for both of them. Holy shit, why is there 3 now? Is that because it did it? I think I was trying to be fancy. Okay, that's fine. Look at those eggs. Very bad eggs. And we're just going to take that guy down as well. I mean, there's going to be like no actual real noise on the tracks. That seems like that's me being a bit too much. Too much, Andrew. A much too much. What if I do that? Like if I do this, okay. Yeah, because then you guys can see the whole thing. How does that pan out if I then like switch displays? Yeah, see now we're like way out of there. But maybe I can do like that. Then it's more visible, right? And then if I go up here, then we can make that guy more visible. If only there were some people to actually chat, my stream would look fantastic. And then, oh yeah, okay. So this guy, oh, nope. Where's my overheads? That can come down to like here. Ish. Here-ish. And then this guy can get biggered. Really bigly. It's gonna be so big, you don't even know. There we go. So, like, there you go. Just a couple minor adjustments. And we'll get even that guy. Right? Because that's about all we need. Got to do something about that sound absorption in the corner there. Just a big white panel on the wall. I don't know. Is it better to have sound absorption or is it better to have a room that looks cool? Producers hate this one trick. Okay. So, I mean, we're done, right? Like, let's listen to it. Excuse you. Wait, what's happening right now? We're done. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. I'll say that I'm not say that I'm not afraid, and I'll say that I'm not a storm, and I'll say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Did you find the mistake yet? Okay, I mean, yeah, obviously, let's just like touch that up. Should we go into like horrific detail on this? problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin. Can't be still and can't move, waiting for a way to win. Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. Now say that I'm not too late. Now say that I'm not alone. And I'll say that I know the way. And I'll be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? And I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move, or waiting for a way to a will. Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. And I'll say that I'm not too late. And I'll say that I'm not alone. And I'll say that I know the way. And I'll be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's nice. I don't know why I always mix everything after the first take, but to me, it just like I need to hear it how it's going to sound, and I need to make it sound that way in order for me to hear how it's going to sound. Wrong button. Whoopsie. Huh? Oh. If I jiggle my desk, it sounds like somebody's coming down the stairs. That's an interesting thing to consider. Because there are no stairs. This is an apartment. How's everybody feeling? Are we enjoying a little bit of music? Why am I doing this, you may ask? Well, if you're asking about what I'm doing on the computer right now, I am mixing it so that it won't just suddenly be shit. And then the other thing that I'm doing is I'm making these songs because you will know with absolute certainty that it is not AI generated. And I think that there's an importance to that. It seems fairly inevitable that at some point in the very near future, AI will be capable of rendering a song almost instantly, and that song will be serviceable. It'll be a song that is comparable in basically every way to a pop star girly song or whatever. Like, we're going to get that level of quality in terms of how well the song sounds and that sort of thing. And let's be honest, lyrics aren't getting any better. It's good to see the internet kind of ripping Taylor Swift a new one because of her bad poetry. I don't mind a bit of bad poetry, and it's very difficult to just establish what is or is not bad poetry, right? It's very difficult to just go, hey, I can say with objective clarity that this is a bad poem. But it does exist. By dint of some of the poetry in the world being brilliant, and some of it not being brilliant, there is good and bad. There is better or worse. Maybe if you don't want to call it bad, that's one thing, but there is certainly better and there is certainly worse. So, what does this mean? You need to decide, you as the audience member, you need to decide what it is that makes something good or bad. You need to decide what it is that makes good poetry or bad poetry. You need to decide that. And if you decide, which I would encourage you to do, if you decide that poetry necessarily requires a human element, art, not just poetry, you need to decide what art is. You need to decide whether or not there is a human component to the creation and performance of art. Okay? You need to think about that as you. If it's not important at all that your art was made by a person, then you're probably going to be fine with AI art, because AI art is going to be able to produce art that is comparable in nature to whatever it is you're hearing on the top 40 right now. You can go onto a website right now and you can go onto an AI program and say, generate me a photo catalog of a made-up person, and this person should look like they have the aesthetic of a Nashville, Tennessee singer-songwriter with an acoustic guitar. And it'll give you a bunch of photos. It'll be like a dude, an all-American kind of guy, and he'll have like a cowboy hat on maybe. He'll be carrying his acoustic guitar. You could even go into like more promptive detail and say, okay, well, put some wear and tear on the guitar like he's been playing it for years, and make it so that there's pick marks on the face, and that there's a bit of sort of grooves and discoloration along the fretboard. Make it a tattered old acoustic guitar, and make it a guy in jeans with a nice belt buckle and one of them cool leather waistcoats on, and make him a real kind of guy. And then you can say, like, put some pictures of him playing on the stage at some local sort of Nashville joints. Here's the pictures that you can use to figure that out. And then you'll be able to go to a different AI program and you'll say, okay, well, generate me the lyrics for a song that is about coming up in Nashville, Tennessee, trying to make it as a singer-songwriter, and the woes and the trials and tribulations of that, and make the chorus about how it's hard to live in this town, but I love it. And then you can feed all that information into another AI and it'll generate you a catalog of music. And I mean a catalog of music. You could do 30 tracks in a day. You could literally just make a person up out of thin air, have photorealistic pictures of this person, have album art, have 30 random poems about what that person, what the artist's vision is, and you can generate the entire catalog and the entire repertoire of an artist, and it can literally all be faked in a day. So how long is it, right? Overrun. That is the word of the fucking century, as far as I'm concerned. Because I was talking about this yesterday. We're overrun in a lot of ways, man. If you go on to Facebook and you join a group about liking lizards or playing the guitar or enjoying going fishing or liking classical music or whatever, any other of a million different topics, you'll go into that group and the group will be overrun. If once you get to a critical mass of members and it's no longer that important to the group member or to the group moderators to moderate the content, it'll immediately be overrun by people just sharing random ass videos. Here's a guy putting cement down and building a little walkway. Here's a guy who is replacing his eavesdrop with a fancy golden chain so that the water runs down a chain instead of dripping down a drain pipe. Here's a guy taking a photo with like a mirror underneath and putting a sparkler nearby so that the final photo looks like, they're standing on water and their reflection is shown underneath and there's a blah, blah, blah. It's nothing to do whatsoever with the topic at hand. And it's literally just designed, it's content that is designed or in some other case proven to capture the attention. Like all they want is 65 seconds of your watch time. I don't know why. I don't know how they're able to monetize this. I don't know what the usefulness of this is. It seems like a lot of people just want to be a popular content creator, but they're not actually able to create any content. They don't actually have any creative things about them. So they're just like, oh, well, here's a video that went viral on a social media website 2.5 years ago. I'm going to post that with the caption, damn, that's crazy. Why are you doing this? Why? Why? Like, if you want to create something, then fucking create something. Don't just fucking sit there thinking about, oh, well, like, this went viral on another thing, so maybe if I post it, I'll go viral. What is the point in you going viral? What do you intend to do once you go viral? Are you going to be like that fucking Pt2 girl? And just, you'll go viral for saying some stupid shit, and then you'll have to rely on the fact that you said that stupid shit? This is a Simpsons episode, by the way. This is the I didn't do it kid. This is Bart Simpson going viral for destroying the set by accident and then just going, I didn't do it. And then suddenly everybody sees that because it's a fun little story. And isn't that funny that he just said I didn't do it even though he clearly did it? And then by the end of the episode, he fucking hates himself. That's where you're going to end up. What's her name? I think it's like Haley or something. Of course it's fucking Haley. Of course, it's a fucking dumb blonde chick named fucking Haley talking about fucking slurping on a cack. Like, what are you guys doing? Is this really entertainment for you? And that's the same thing, man. Like, I go on TikTok. I actually don't go on TikTok. I've seen many TikToks because they go viral on other social media sites and so on. But you're on TikTok and you're watching a 14-year-old girl do a little dance. That is entertainment for you? Really? You're getting up in the morning being like, boy, I hope I can fucking see some more of that. Man, I'm thinking about that 14-year-old that I saw do a little dance the other day. It's really resonating with me deep in my soul. Why? You're wasting your time. Go look at something that's actually fucking hard to do. Go look at something that somebody actually had to fucking work for. And I'm not saying me. If you like my songs, then listen to my songs and fucking enjoy them, and that's wonderful, and I love you. If not, then tell me to fuck off and never listen to me again. But don't just accept shit as your entertainment. Don't just accept crap from the lowest fucking common denominator and think that you're being entertained. Why are you watching this? And then there's so many fucking videos, where it's somebody who actually has something to say or a point to make or is capable of speaking in a way that resonates with people. And then you get some stupid fucking useless piece of shit just standing in front of that video and pointing to the person talking and being like, what the fuck are you watching? But also, what the fuck are you doing? If you see that, you know that that person has nothing to say. You know that that person is not capable of adding anything of value to any conversation. That kind of person, that kind of content should be immediately rejected by everyone. Okay? If you're not adding any, like, how is that getting past copyright infringement where you're just looking at the camera going, what are you doing? How do you like that? How is that entertaining for you? What does that add to anything? What does that do for your ability to discuss an issue? You know, I saw this one video of this fucking idiot blonde woman just being like, "Heh," and pointing to a person who actually had a point. Why are you ingesting that? Why are you consuming that as content? There's beautiful people making beautiful art everywhere, all over the place, and they've all got fucking 65 subscribers. And they all get fucking 14 views. And some of them are working their damn asses off to try and create content that nobody gives a fuck about because they're too busy watching a bunch of fucking 13-year-olds behave like retards on the fucking internet. I don't understand it at all. That's my little rant about that. But the point is, we're over fucking run. And if you go on, like I said, Facebook groups, you go on like Facebook Marketplace, the whole fucking Facebook is completely overrun. Anytime that I post anything on Facebook, I get 15 messages from somebody that read like, "Hello, I create content, I promotion content for you. Your content is great but needs promotion. I can promote you. Organic, many views." What the fuck? Is anybody on that website real anymore? I stopped going on there for quite a long time, but now I'm trying to sell some stuff, and I'm just like, this is overrun. It doesn't exist anymore. We're overrun. We're overrun on, you go on any social media site, it's a similar case. There's going to be a whole bunch of accounts that aren't even run by a real person. There's going to be a whole bunch of random, I still, like, if I go on Twitter, I don't have messaging, I don't use that messenger, but if I look at it, guaranteed there will be a message from some random account that has a picture of a pretty girl, and it's being like, "Hey, can we talk?" No, we cannot. You're not a real person. Like, I'm sorry, but a lot of you should just be fucking working some menial labor job that requires no brain power. You should all just be fucking grinding corn into meal or churning butter or something like that. You should all be just out there splitting firewood for 8 hours a day and doing nothing else, and then you should go home and shut the fuck up because none of you are adding anything of any value to anything that you do. That's the point, right? I don't even remember what my initial point was. All I remember is that we're overrun. And we're going to be overrun with all kinds of other stuff. Again, another thing, go on like those dating apps where you swipe left or swipe right. If you're a dude, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you're a chick, maybe a little less. But basically, there's now a whole bunch of fake accounts that are either a sex worker who's swiping right on you and then saying, "Oh, by the way, I charge." What? Go on a sex worker website. Go advertise for a sex worker website. Don't go on the dating site, make a guy feel like he got a match, and then tell him that you're actually a hooker, and make the dudes on those sites, they feel like the only women who would ever look at them must be sex workers. How do you think that affects their mentality when they're going out and they're trying to get a date? Now, I'm not trying to get a date, but I'm just seeing what I'm seeing, and it doesn't feel right. And then bring AI into the equation. Suddenly you can create 100 of those accounts and tell them what to do in a matter of days, right? You can create a whole artist with a whole catalog of music with multiple albums, right? And you can do that in a matter of like 6 to 8 hours. And then you can upload that to Spotify because nobody owns that music. It's yours. You didn't work for it. You didn't create it. You didn't write it, you didn't perform it, you didn't make it, but it somehow belongs to you? Bullshit. So imagine once the general public gets a hold of that concept, Spotify is going to be overrun. Okay, all the streaming sites are going to be overrun unless they make clear distinctions and unless they make clear options. I will only listen to music that does not use AI in its creation, right? Now, what's the argument for using AI to create art? I cannot think of a decent argument for using AI to create art. And I mean using AI at basically any point during the creation process. The only excuse for it that I could think of would be a thought experiment. So imagine, for an instance, a person who is a quadriplegic, right? A person who's a quadriplegic and cannot move their arms and legs and can only speak. And so they get an AI that is a voice recognition AI so that they can prompt the AI to create something that they want to create. Now, how much work does that person still have to put in, right? To differentiate that from it being just a random able-bodied person who can type all those prompts in on their own. How much work would you have to put in to create a song? And it's like, okay, well, if I want to make a beat, I could have like a voice command software that I can use to access and manipulate my own DAW, my digital audio workstation, the thing on your screen right now. So I could do that, and then I could prompt it to say, okay, well, I want to make a beat. So suppose that I'm including every detail, right? Suppose I say to my computer, I want to make a song. I want the song to be 3 minutes and 10 seconds long. I want the song to have 2 verses and a bridge. I want the song to be an acoustic guitar song. I want the song to have a bongo drum kind of rhythm that goes like dum 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 dum, and I want another one to go dun dun da da dun da dun dun da da dun da, and then I want to have one of those little egg maraca shakers going right, and so I say all of that stuff into my computer, and then the computer renders me the song that I just recorded over the past like 5 days. And then I could say, okay, well, like make the bass part do this. And well, make the bass part concentrate more on, the third degree of the scale instead of the tonic. And make so make like an extra acoustic part that adds a little bit of a rhythmic twist, but still keeps with the main melody of the song. And then add this and that. Make the hi-hats on eighth notes during the choruses and 16th notes during the verses, or whatever, okay? How much prompting could you do to the point where you can reliably kind of say, well, I worked on this for hours and hours and hours and hours, right? It took me 9 hours of wrestling with the AI, of manipulating things and getting it to re-render stuff, and so therefore I worked on this piece of art. But did you perform anything? Did you perform anything for 3 minutes? did you choose the way that the drum sounds? Did you choose the way that the guitar is EQ'd? You know, I'm trying to imagine that a person uses prompts to accomplish the things that I just do regularly when I'm producing a record. And I don't think that even considering the absolute maximum number of given prompts that it would take to render this, that doesn't seem like as much work as actually playing the guitar. And it takes you 3.5 minutes to play a song on your guitar. But it takes you years to be able to play the song, to play it perfectly, to write the music the way that you want to write the music. And there's also the idea of exploration. When you learn a musical instrument, and when you, not that I have mastered a musical instrument, but when you start to gain a little bit of mastery of an instrument, then you can actually start to explore creatively different things that could be done on that instrument by you. And it is your own personal, it's the things that are coming from your soul. It's when you hear what you're doing and it's resonating with yourself. That's how you know that you're channeling. That's how you know that you're touching the magic. Okay? And you can't touch the magic with prompts. You can't create art unless you create art. Art is created by humans. There isn't another creature that creates art. And so if we create AI and then the AI creates the art, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the context is, you are one step removed from the creation of that art. No one wants to learn a guitar that plays itself. No one can learn on a piano that's already playing a song by itself. You're not exploring music. You're pretending. You are a pretender. It is not art. It is the non-artist's aversion to hard work that allows them to use AI without damaging their own conscience. It should not be done. Let's listen to this song that I've just done. And the thing is, man, okay, I didn't actually do the writing part in front of you, but over the past 2 days, I have made these. This purple part here, okay? That is a sound of me, of my hand physically hitting a percussive instrument or shaking a percussive instrument. That's me performing. That is a recording of me doing a performance. Yes, I've manipulated it with the computer. But in essence, that's me. That is me well edited. That is not a removal. That is not a distinction between my action and the outcome. That is the outcome well edited. Same thing with the MIDI parts. Initially, I explore on the keyboard. And I explore the chord usage that I'm going to do. Right? I'm exploring that, and then I'm playing it in, and then I'm manipulating it. It is me well edited. The bass part, this is actually mostly one take. I think I did comp a little bit of this just because there's a mistake here and there, or there's a ding note here and there, or there's a buzzed note here and there. But realistically, this is my performance. This is me holding a musical instrument, playing that musical instrument with the rhythm of my fingers, with the feeling and tone of what I feel is the right sound. Okay? I'm not saying that I'm the greatest bass player in the world, but I am saying I played that. I did that music. That is music that was performed by a human. Same thing with this acoustic guitar line, right? Let's solo this real quick. There's little ticks in there. There's little scrapes. You can hear my pick. You can hear the pick that I'm holding in my hand, moving and playing. And that's actually all one take, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that this is just one take. This is a performance, recorded, edited well, and then produced to be part of the song. You just watched me 25 minutes ago play this guitar part, and you just heard me sing this live. This is literally one take of a human performance. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun on the water. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun on the water. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun on the water. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun on the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. Now say that I'm not afraid. Now say that I'm not a stone. Now say that I know the way. And I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move or waiting for a way to a will. I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move or waiting for a way to a will. Be alone. I will skin. Can't be still and can't move or waiting for a way to a will. Be alone. Just fixing this. I want these to have a little more strength. Be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. And I'll say that I'm not afraid, and I'll say that I'm not a storm, and I'll say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. Will I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move, or waiting for a way to a will. Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. And I'll say that I'm not too late, and I'll say that I'm not alone, and I'll say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a storm? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? That guitar part's really loud. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, like the noise on it. Super loud. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. And I'll say that I'm not afraid, and I'll say that I'm not a storm, and I'll say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move, or waiting for a way to a will. Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. And I'll say that I'm not too late, and I'll say that I'm not alone, and I'll say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? We're just gonna tidy this up, make it really tight, like a tiger. If you could tell me what movie that's from, I will not give you $1, because it should be fairly straightforward what movie that's from. Perfect. And we'll tighten this guy up down the end as well. Oop. Terrific. Superb. What else do you have in the warehouse? What am I on here? Oh, that's why. I was like, why do I have like compression and crazy reverb on my voice? Yeah. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. And we're gonna have to automate this a little bit here. Walked in a dream and I felt Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Okay. And let's just add this guy in here. Hello? Why can't I? What is happening? Display off. Fuck you. Volume. Display off. Get out of here. Let's give that a bunch. Sun and the water glow. Lemon. Oh, go on. Can I not adjust the fades there? Really? Because I put that on, I can't adjust any? Screw you, buddy. Hey, screw you, buddy. And swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. And swine a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Cut it a little too close on all these fades here, didn't I? Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Come on. Down the pen. And just... Did I get all these wrong? Hold on. There. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. I mean, we really want that much louder, don't we? Jack it up. Glow. Water glow. What happens? Lemon and the water glow. Lemons and swine a crooked spine, it must be time to go. To go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. Now say that I'm not afraid. Now try to convince yourself to see again. Now say that I'm not afraid. Oop. How dare you. Now say that I'm not afraid. Now say that I'm not afraid. Now say that I'm not a storm. Now say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. I'll be alone. I want to get rid of that entirely. I thought I actually did get rid of that entirely, but we'll see. Undo. What is going on with this? That's weird. Be alone. Be alone. I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? The skin can't be still and can't move, or waiting for a way to a will. Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. Close your eyes and see if you can make the stand still. And I'll say that I'm not too late. And I'll say that I'm not alone. And I'll say that I know the way. And be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? Overrun. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun on the water. There we go. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun on the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. And I'll say that I'm not afraid. And I'll say that I'm not a stone. And I'll say that I know the way. And I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move, or waiting for a way to a will. Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. And I'll say that I'm not too late. And I'll say that I'm not alone. And I'll say that I know the way. And I'll be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? Perfect. Just want to make these fade out. Yeah. 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 All right. Walked in a dream and I felt the subtle sun and the water glow. Lemons and swine, a crooked spine, it must be time to go. Push the room and push the water, push the air, put down the pen. Close your eyes and try to convince yourself to see again. Now say that I'm not afraid. Now say that I'm not a storm. Now say that I know the way, and I'll be alone. I will, I don't, I can, I can't, or won't if I even begin. Is it a problem with the heart or an irritation on the skin? Can't be still and can't move, or waiting for a Close your eyes and see if you can make the earth stand still. And I'll say that I'm not too late. And I'll say that I'm not alone. And I'll say that I know the way. And I'll be alone. Am I afraid? Am I a stone? Am I too late? Am I alone? Am I afraid? Am I overrun? I'd say that's fucking done, man. Like, that's done. So that's 6 hours of working in the studio after having already written all the parts. And so the way that it gets written is I sit there on my acoustic guitar, and I sit in this chair right here. And I go on my guitar and I just fuck around with the guitar until I can find something. And so sometimes when you're finding something on the guitar, it's just you're playing, right? And that's why they call it playing an instrument. You're not doing an instrument, right? You're playing the instrument. You have to play. There's playing. It's the act of enjoying yourself. It's the act of actually fucking channeling something. It's the act of actually searching for where the magic could be. Right? And a lot of the time you're just like, right? It's you're not always doing something super cool or exciting or fantastic or wonderful or whatever. A lot of the time you're just managing to struggle through. And you're creating something. We're here to create something, not to tell a computer to create something. We're using the computer to make sure that the thing we created is presented as best as we can. This is me performing, edited. This is me performing, edited and manipulated. This is me performing, almost unedited. This is me performing, actually unedited. This is me performing, almost unedited. This is me performing, actually unedited. I mean, yeah, we did some edits. but the edits is like taking the bad sound away. It's taking the sound of the room out of the recording. I didn't make the computer make this song. I made this song and used a computer to give it to you. And if you aren't going to value that in your art, I'm not saying you have to like this particular song, okay? What I'm saying is, if you don't honor the creation of art, nobody will create it anymore. It will be easy for the AI to overrun music. It will be easy for AI to overrun graphic design. Like, think about the poor guy who graduated from a school of the graphic arts in 2015. born in the, say, late 90s, let's say, I don't know, what would it be? What do you like? Eight? No, no, no. I mean, graduated from post-secondary. You were born in the early 90s. You graduated 2015, 2016, 2017. Okay? And you went to school for graphic design. Your degree is going to be absolutely worthless within 10 years. Because we've already seen it. Companies, corporations, that kind of thing, they're going to use AI for all of their graphical needs. And the better that it gets, the more it will be used. And you're going to see that all the jingles in commercials. I mean, they can say to an AI, make something that kind of sounds a little bit like Led Zeppelin rock and roll, right? Make something that sounds kind of like that, but isn't that. You just saved yourself licensing issues. You just saved yourself negotiation issues, and your your commercial ad can move on as scheduled. The AI is already good enough that old people think that there's somebody actually talking. There's an ad that circulates, and it's on YouTube, because Google doesn't care what advertisers are allowed to add. They do not care what advertisers do. They do not care what advertisers say. They only care that your content is friendly for advertisers. Isn't that something? The advertisers can do and say whatever they wish, and you can't. Isn't that wonderful? What a terrific decision by that company. And there's already an ad circulating, and it is an ad of the Prime Minister of Canada, currently Mark Carney, and it's completely AI generated. It has nothing to do with the actual Liberal government. It is literally a funnel for a scam. It's a phishing scam. And it's Mark Carney's voice, more or less, and Mark Carney's face, more or less. Think about how that's going to be in 5 years, in 10 years. In 10 years, you're going to be able to say, make the King of England tell everybody in the world to go fuck themselves. And it'll just render you a video of the King of England telling you to go fuck yourself. And there's dudes, I see dudes sharing this stupid fucking shit on fucking like Twitter and shit, where it's, look how far AI has come in 5 years. 5 years ago, we got AI to render some video footage of Will Smith eating spaghetti. And now we can render some video footage of Will Smith eating spaghetti, but it looks less fake. Fucking take that guy and put him in a fucking labor camp. Jesus Christ. You're ruining everything. Don't you guys see how you're ruining everything? Do you really not care where your art comes from? Do you really not care at all if somebody actually created that art? Do you really not care if the art was made because a human felt something in their spirit, in their soul, in their core? Are you happy to just hang whatever on the wall? Are you happy to just hear whatever on the radio? Are you happy to just see whatever on your television screen? Do you really want to live in a world where there are no more graphic designers, no more painters, no more live musicians, no more filmmakers, no more set designers, no more makeup artists, no more actors, no more writers? Is that really where you want to go? And if the answer to that is no, then you need to reject AI art outright, full stop, all of it. No AI program should be used to create art. Nothing should be creating art. If you want to use AI to figure out the secrets of the cosmos, if you want to use AI to figure out a better way to medicate people, if you want to use AI to conduct a meta-analysis of 17,000 different papers on the origins of dementia, then absolutely go for it. There's absolutely a place for AI, and there's absolutely sales opportunities for AI. But if you commercialize AI so that you can use AI to create art, and I'm saying every single person who is currently using AI to create art, fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking learn it. Fucking practice it. Fucking hone the skills. Stop being fucking lazy. You are not creating art. You are not an artist. And we stopped keeping this gate way too late. And the other thing, this is the result of a lack of gatekeeping elsewhere. This is the result of letting the most popular, like letting people go number one for a song where their voice is pitch corrected. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's your performance edited. I guess you kind of fall into the category. You kind of get by on a technicality, but fuck you. Get the performance. Do the performance. If your performance has to be altered to the point where it's not your performance anymore, that's no good. I saw this video of this chick, JoJo Siwa. So she's a pop star, apparently. She can't fucking sing. She can't fucking dance. She can't fucking do anything. She doesn't fucking write songs. She doesn't fucking make music. And somehow she's a fucking pop star. And then you see this fucking chick, and she's got a stupid wig on, and she's all made up, and she's going with the worst fucking most obvious pitch correction on it. How do you sound like you just smoked 47,000 cigarettes and you become a fucking vocalist? What the fuck is wrong with you? Go fucking break down oats. Go mill oats. Okay? Go churn some milk into butter. Or whatever the fuck. Go fucking make some dough. Go make some bread dough. Okay? Actually, to be honest, that might be too complicated for you. Why do you think that you're entitled to become a fucking pop star if you can't fucking sing? They don't do other stuff. They don't do anything else. Why do you think that you should be a pop star because of that? You can't sing. Why the fuck are you trying to be a pop star? And then we just got this. I just fucking saw... Here, I'm going to fucking pull it up on my phone because I took a fucking screenshot of it. I don't know how I'm going to fucking get it on the computer. Whatever, I just won't. What the fuck is this, YouTube? What is this? Why am I being subjected to this? Okay? Obviously, you can't fucking see that. I'll try and pull it up. But why am I being subjected to this? Let's get a preview of that. How do I, like, show this, then? Let's add a window capture of... Where is it? Why is it not on here? Windows server, cursor, desktop, menu bar, status indicator, item 0, overrun. How come I can't see it? Really? Really? No. I just screwed up the whole fucking... Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to fucking get it on the computer. But essentially, it is an advertisement. It is in my YouTube home feed page. And it's your home for the life of a showgirl. And it's literally like a side scroll bar on the main home YouTube home feed that is an advertisement for Taylor Swift's new album. I've never gotten this for any other band. I have never gotten this for any other artist. She's popular because stupid young girls and stupid women listen to Taylor Swift because they're stupid and they don't know any better and they don't know that it's just marketed like crazy to them. And also, it's fucking crap poetry and it's fucking crap songs. It's fucking bullshit and you fucking love it. And I don't understand why you're so content to have somebody who obviously isn't that great. Okay? Look at the fucking lyrics. This is like what, her 11th, 12th album? This woman has been writing poetry for 20 years, apparently. Well, this woman, let's be honest, this woman claims that she's been writing poetry for 20 years. She hasn't actually been writing fucking shit. I write all my own songs. That's why there's fucking 6 songwriters on every fucking song you write. Terrific. Wonderful. I'm sorry, but like, why the fuck do you like this? I'm not holding back anymore, okay? We're at the anger stream. I got some rage in me now. Because I don't like being marketed to this way. I don't want my fucking phone, I don't want my fucking YouTube to be like, hey, don't you want to listen to the most popular fucking person in the world? Don't you want to listen to the most generic, white bread, fucking unseasoned piece of shit fucking music out there? Isn't it great? And everyone fucking eats it up. I don't understand. Why do you not have any fucking greater demand for better music? And this is not about my music, okay? Not at all. Oh, there we go. It's not about my songs. I make my songs because my songs make me happy. I'm happy to be the only person who ever hears this. I'm going to release this song. I'm just going to put it out there on Spotify. It's going to be the second thing that I release on Spotify. But again, it's such a hopeless outlook because I know that in the next 5 years, Spotify will be overrun with AI artists. And by AI artists, I mean a person that is not real. It's going to be a computer-generated artist. And it's going to be computer-generated art. And it's not going to be good. Okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to see all these artists, so-called artists, on Spotify. They'll probably start YouTube channels too. And the account will be run by, let's be honest, some guy in India. And it'll be a picture of an American-looking person. It'll be a picture of a pretty white blonde girl. It'll be a picture of a dude in a cowboy hat. And the names will be some kind of cool person stage name. And the songs will be serviceable garbage. Like, it'll be serviceable generic crap. And there will be 50 of them every hour added to your streaming services. And then there will be a bunch of stupid fucking idiots that go on Twitter and they'll go, I know it's AI, but like, it's catchy. Don't you think it's catchy? And that'll be the end. Like, we're just cooked. We're just cooked. And that's what I don't understand why you guys want that. I don't understand why anyone would be okay with that. Why do you want that to be where your art comes from? Why do you want that to be the thing that happens? And what I'm saying is, if you value the humanity of art, if you think that there is a necessarily human component to the creation of art, then you will reject AI art in every single form, and you will look down on and shame and embarrass anybody that is using AI art. That's the only way out of this. And I know that you won't do it, because there will be a fake AI person. There will be a fake AI K-pop band that you like. I don't really care. I just like the music. Art is art. It doesn't really matter how it was created. Yes, it does. It does matter if a human was involved. We are all we have, by the way. Humanity, the only thing that we have is humans. Otherwise we are beasts. And eventually what you will get is AI that creates its own art on its own, and there won't be any human involved. It'll just be studying us and figuring out what we do to make art, and then it'll copy us. And it'll do that by itself. There will be somebody who figures out that you can create an AI program that just starts creating fake artists and putting them online. Now, right now, when it comes to the sort of online sphere, musicians kind of have the best avenues for monetizing their art. At least from what I can tell. I could be wrong about this, but graphic designers, sketch artists, think about like basically any other kind of art, arts and crafts people, people who are making, fancy t-shirts or whatever. It's hard for them to monetize online because in order to actually sell the product, you have to produce the product, right? If you're selling t-shirts, if you're selling prints of a painting, if you're selling a physical object, right? Somehow that physical object needs to get produced. So now you've got to figure out how to manufacture your products. You've got to figure out how to ship those products. You've got to figure out how to charge for those products in real time. And you're relying on people to pay a certain amount of money to get those products. And it's not pennies on the dollar. If you're selling t-shirts, you're selling t-shirts for $30 to $80, depending on, where and how, and how popular you are and how popular your brand is and that kind of thing. You're going to charge the maximum amount of money that you can get away with charging, or that you think people will still buy your product for, in enough numbers that you've got sort of a profitable critical mass of purchasers. With music, it's infinitely reproducible through digital means. And so you can have 45 million people listening to your music at the exact same time. And not only did none of them actually have to make a direct purchase in order to listen to your music, they're merely paying their fee for their online music, their Spotify or their Tidal or whatever. They're just making the monthly subscription payment. And they can have as much of your music as they want. They can hear your song over and over and over again. They can hear anybody's song as many times as they want. And as many people as want to listen to that can listen to it, right? So you have the ability to sell an infinitely reproducible product online because your art is sonic. Your art is something that people can hear. So as long as you get the voltage right, you can hear it anywhere on any system, as long as it's connected to the internet. And so there's even room for expansion. Not everybody in the world has the internet yet. So it seems to me that if you're producing music, you are still kind of in the advantaged position when it comes to trying to monetize your music online. The only real problem is oversaturation of that market. There's a lot of people making music. There's a lot of people creating songs. And every person, there's billions of people out there willing to listen to music, but they're only able to listen to so much music a day. They don't have an infinite amount of time to check out every single song ever written. So sometimes it does come down to a bit of marketing. But when I see that the most popular artist, the artist that's, got the most sales, I mean, this album, people are ragging on it, but it's like her most popular album debut. Like it's her most popular or her most successful first day of releasing a new album. Now, as far as those numbers are concerned, you kind of have to assume that some of it is purchased. It is completely logically consistent that some of it is purchased, right? I mean, it just makes sense that some of it is purchased. And what I mean by it makes sense that some of it is purchased, I mean, this is unprecedented marketing. The budget set aside to try and make sure that you consume Taylor Swift's new album, I think is probably the highest budget of any budget of that nature in the entire music industry. The most popular person is the person who has the most marketing. There's unprecedented marketing. I remember, I think it was last album or 2 albums ago, just to like log on, just to open my YouTube app, there was a full page gate that was advertising Taylor Swift's new album. And when you opened the YouTube app, that was the full page. And you had to click an X to get rid of that advertisement so that you could access your home feed. And you think that this person's popularity is organic? And do you really think that if they're spending that much money just to try to convince you to listen to this music, do you really think that they're spending no money getting clandestine fake views? They don't care about the records, right? They care about the perception. They care about making you see that Taylor Swift is so goddamn popular that no matter what she does, it will sell like hotcakes. That's all I'm saying is, like, all I'm asking you is that what you actually want? Is that how you want your art presented to you? Is that really the way that you want to get your art? Art that is kind of poor poetry, that is overproduced, that is produced by a team of professionals and then marketed by a team of professionals, but it's realistically the art of an immature woman. It is the art of a person who hasn't really properly grown up. I'm sorry to say. It's the art of a person who, I mean, who really kind of didn't earn it. And I'm not trying to be a jerk about that. I'm not trying to just have a go at anyone for any reason. But realistically, I don't think that she earned it. I don't think that that just doesn't seem real to me. And I try not to have a go because everybody always likes to give me shit and say that I'm just having a go at the most popular one. It's all of them, right? And your music is just being force-fed to you. Your music is just being shoved toward you. And what I'm saying is, like, just don't take the music that's being force-fed to you. Don't clamor for the feeding tube like a duck that is destined to be served as foie gras on a plate. Think for a minute about the way that you get your art and the way that you want to get your art. And maybe art isn't that important to you. Maybe it's just something that you don't really think about, and it's something that you just want it there. You just want it in the background. Whatever, right? It's not that important. Maybe not. Who am I to judge the way that you get art? And who am I the way to judge? Who am I to judge the way that other people create their art? That'll be something that I wrestle with for the next little while, I suppose. But at the same time, like, fuck you, man. This is supposed to be, like, real. Art is supposed to be real. And if it's not real, then you can't really feel it. And if you can't really feel it, then what's the fucking point? If you can't really feel it, then it isn't fucking magic. So there's that. Here we go. We're overrun with scams too.
Hello, dear user. Your phone number will be out of service today. For details, English service press 1, Chinese press 2. 用户你好，你的电话因使用异常。
As I'm live streaming. As I'm live streaming, a random number calls my phone and tries to phishing scam me. So, generally speaking, I always answer them, push 1, and then tell them to fuck themselves. And so now they just let the phone call me, and then my number will be flagged once it comes up on their thing, and they won't answer it. Does anybody else feel like we're overrun? Does anybody else feel like it's too fucking late? That the scammers win? That we're never going to get anywhere? That we can't actually get past this? Because that's how I'm starting to feel, and it sucks, and I hate it. We need something better than what we have, and we don't have that better thing yet. And it's so meh. So I'm going to listen to this song on a bunch of different... I'm going to bounce this song. I'm going to listen to it on a bunch of different devices. I don't know. Maybe I'll publicly release it on streaming services next week, and anybody who watched this can listen to it. Fuck, this is like a shitty live stream. Honestly, man, I'm always in a shitty mood lately. I don't like the world. And if you say that you're always in a shitty mood and that kind of thing, people just don't like you. People just they're like, "Oh, well, like you're bitter." It's like, "Yeah, I'm bitter. Have you fucking looked around, man? Have you checked on what's really going on? Does this feel good to you? Does it feel right to you? Does it feel like things are going well? Does it feel like the world is becoming a better place? Does it feel like you're not being sold? Does it feel like your time is not being sold? Does it feel like your attention is not being sold? Does it feel like this is all real? I don't know, dude.